So jQuery validations I want to do with this form. Okay. If you are failing to pass mandatory fields or something, so which is going to be raise a prompt like this. Okay, this is with the help of our third party JS. So and even so in this third party JS, let us check what are the components that we are looking. So generally we'll take a text box. If it is a required, means required field, then we can check CSS class equal to validate of required, like that we can pass. Okay, and sometimes this is a email. So email means nothing but we have to apply our custom thing, right? So and here we have to follow two things, one is required and other is a custom. So that is the reason where we are using validate of required and comma custom of email. Like this we will pass the class itself. And for this city, this is also required. So and then for password, this is also required. For password also that is required. And confirm password, we have to follow two things, one is required and other is whatever the password which we enter always matches to this one, right? So that we have to pass two things, one is required and other is equals of txt password, means whatever we entered for this text box we should always equals to this. And then phone number. So for phone number, so there will be multiple things which we have to cover. One is basic thing is minimum and maximum, and other is 10 digits number we should allow. See, so first of all required custom integer means the custom means we have to write our own thing. What how many digits? What is the thing that maximum size 10 and minimum size 10. So these are the things which we have to follow for the mobile number. So required is common for all the things, and other is date format. In order to validate a date format, so first is a required and other is a function call for date format. We return one function for the date format that we have to call here. So one is field, other is rules, and other is I, and other is options. You remember or not, in jQuery we discussed regular expression regular expression, and we are going to check whether that text is equals to that or not. Similarly, so for date format we have this as a regular expression validator. So what does it mean? Means it should not, see, slash cap means nothing but, which is nothing but not itself. So generally either we have to pass 1 to 9, or 1 to 9 in the sense within the range of 12 itself, and 0 to 9 means 0 to 9 numbers, slash of 3 of 0 1. So what this means, generally we have to pass our date in the form of, say for example, if I pass to 240888, suppose if I pass 1308, suppose 1990, say for example, I click on submit, means anything that should be passed in the form of DD format or MMDD format, anything that you can pass. Okay, last 4 digits are required because for this year it requires 4 digits, D4, and after 4 digits dollar means it should end. Okay, here you can take 0 to 9 numbers and as well as 1 to 9 numbers, whatever the things that you want you can take, no problem. But you can use a slash in between, you can use the slash itself. So because in order to separate your date, month and year. Okay, if you are failing to pass something, if that is not matched, means return. Please enter valid date in DDYY format, DDMMYY format. First is date, and other is month, and other is year. Okay, suppose. So whenever we are going to validate this form, all things are customly available in this .js. Okay. So validation engine, suppose you just in Google you can browse what are the custom validation for ASP.NET, something like that. You can browse it and you can if they are going to provide .js and .css, simply download it and place and call wherever you require, and and implement your own form. Say how many fields that you want, you can implement that one form and you can do whatever the calculations that you want. So here I want to take one more form. So in this form I want to take my own custom validations. Add new item, home.aspects. In this just we have to add, I want to add this one in header section. I want to take the name, txt run equal to server. Okay, so similarly I want to take one more, under mobile number, text mobile number. Okay, so let us see, if you want to take your own JS files, just we can take here itself. Right click on this, add new item. So usually we'll place all JS files in separate folders. First I want to add one folder, so I would like to name it as JS. In that folder, right click on that folder, just you can add new item and just click on JavaScript file. Give your own name, my custom.js. Click on this and you can write your own things. See, one of the shortcut implementation for your JQuery is like this. So without using document.ready also we can write directly function, $of function. Okay, so just I want to check, first I want to write something. So this is my input, right? Txt name. What is that? ID, right? So ID means hash txt name dot val. First I want to check what is the value for this. Just I want to make it in alert. Okay, so just I written only 2 lines in which I would like to know the value of the text box, and just I'm going to place an alert for this. This is an external JS. How external JS will be included in our project means, just you can drag and drop here. Okay, if you are using custom JS means it can be used in multiple number of ways for different number of projects. The same JSs we can use. Suppose if here I will pass directly txt equal to 1 2 3. Let us execute this one. 1 2 3. Okay.